The dictionary defines the word invisible as something that is impossible or nearly impossible to see. One of my favorites has to be this one that says, it is not readily noticeable. In this video, I am going to be sharing with you the scientifically proven tactics that will make sure that you gain confidence and you are readily noticeable. Are you ready for that? Let's jump right into this video. So invisibility might mean something different for you. I know in my case, it meant that I couldn't stand up for myself, I couldn't speak up, and I was following the crowd. And it meant that I ran away from confrontation. So it might mean something different for you in this sense that if you are not in a work function, no one would really miss you. If you are not in a social setting, no one would absolutely miss you, which is what we dread the most if we are being honest. But confidence can be seen as the belief that you can accomplish any task that you set your mind to. Think about it this way. You have an idea that you want to pitch to your boss. Now the question becomes, do I have the belief that I can deliver this idea with clarity and confidence? Now, when you are actually answering that question, you are unlocking that visibility to your boss. Now, honestly speaking, your confidence should never be tied to your abilities. It must always be tied to your intentions. Now let us see what intentions we can set in order to gain that particular confidence that makes us visible. Confidence is a trait that all human beings share, but it seems like most were confident in the womb, while for others it's something that is foreign. Now you might have seen yourself being able to speak to like your male friends or males in general, but when you're approaching a woman, it becomes something that is foreign to you, or you are not so confident with strangers. This is because confidence is domain specific. Now, most of us get lost in the source of domain specificity. You might be a great confident writer, but then when it's said you need to present your ideas, you become paralyzed. That's where most of us feel invisible. Now, what you need to understand and need to do is to take these two ideas. It's three ideas. It's two W's and one H. What, where, and how. So what do I need to be confident in? I want to become a public speaker. Where do I want to start? Maybe you are practicing in front of the mirror. You are practicing in front of your family. Where do you need to start in order to get to that particular goal? How now becomes how often do you practice? Because now someone who is practicing constantly is definitely going to be someone who is great rather than someone who just practice once in a blue moon. Don't click off this video yet. Intention number 2 and 3 are a banger. Please do me this solid though. While you are still here on this video, click the like, man. Click the subscribe button so that you can get updated whenever I release new content. With that being said, let's get back to the content. Overthinking is an enemy. You overthink a lot of stuff in your life as a man. You overthink if you should be applying for that position. You overthink if you should be asking that girl out. You overthink if you should be moving. Now, all of those things, they make sure that you are paralyzed. There was this experiment that was done on rats to gauge their confidence. They would put a rat in the box and give it 2 smells, and then it will go to a particular type of smell. And if it was correct, a drop of water will be given to a rat. But if it did not get that decision or that direction correctly, it would then have to start all over again. What does that mean? This means that for you to be able to gain confidence in your life as a man, you need to take action, because action is a remedy for low self-esteem and low self-confidence. Because when we are taking action, we become masters of each and everything that we do. And mastery, my man, now leads to other areas. If you have mastered, for example, how to speak confidently, you will then see that it is actually not rocket science to speak or to actually better yourself, and then you will be confident to go to the gym, to go to the other areas of your life that you feel strongly about. So now an action step for you, my guy, is to go down to the comment section below and tell me what your what is going to be. In order for us to become the best version of ourselves, we have to determine the what factor. What are we in search of? Do we want to become the best versions of ourselves when it comes to the gym, when it comes to approaching women, when it comes to bettering our careers? What are you going to be working on? Tell me that in the comment section below. Now, coming to my favorite definition of invisibility, which is not readily noticeable. Let us see now intention number 3 that will make sure that you are readily noticeable. Now that you have identified the domain, you have taken action. It is time now to take it up to 11. And when you do that, you will definitely become the best version of yourself. I remember I was watching this movie, Love Don't Cost a Thing. Nick Cannon's character there had actually now worked on himself and became the player. What does this mean for invisibility or visibility in this case? This means that you have to use all of the experiences you have had in your life. You have to actually now combine them and mold them to the person that you want to be. Because you knew the guy from the movie, he wasn't really like speaking up for himself. He wasn't stylish and he did all of those things. This means that we have to force ourselves to speak up. We have to force ourselves to get those certifications so that we can apply to the jobs that we want. We need to force ourselves to make sure that we are approaching that woman so that when the right woman actually comes now, we are then definitely confident to speak up to her and ask her out. So it is high time now we take action, because without action and without actually noting where our domain is, we will never get that confidence that will make sure that we are visible. So one last thing, we have to let go of these two mentalities. These two mentalities are detrimental to men. One is the what are people going to say mentality. Number 2 is the take it easy mentality. No man who has ever achieved greatness has ever taking it easy. So thank you very much for joining me in today's video, and I hope you enjoyed, man. What intention are you going to take starting from today? Please let me know that in the comment section below, and click the like, the subscribe button so that you know what, you help your dude grow. And please, man, if you have subscribed, tell me in the comment section below so that I can give you a shout out. With that being said, thank you so much. I will see you next time. In the meantime, please click this other video of mine. It's about how I started a mini garden and how it really transformed my life. Remember, act like the main character of your life, because that you definitely are.